Wise by pair, wise dice. Then it's his to this heaven slice of an angel. Wrap this skin, roll dice and woes of life. Love and pride, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal shit and lids, movies reflected. Often beers and pit, clear, running from ear to ear. Craving and raining and grain, rekindling the flame. Closer she draws near, stay there. Remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Boom, yes it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello everybody and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and today, it is Tuesday, so we are at one of my favorite places to eat. If you don't know what it is, I'm going to tell you right now. It's Georgia's Happy Hog. Come here every Tuesday for the hot links and greens and mac and cheese. Anyway, Georgia's Happy Hog on Tuesdays, 712 Culbertson Drive, just east of Lincoln, just over the hill, just on the other side of Lindsay. You can contact them at 405-525-8111. That's 405-525-8111. Store hours, they're open from Monday, or actually Tuesday now. They've been closed the last couple Mondays. Through Saturday from 11 to 7, closed on Sundays. And for catering and events, contact them at 405-525-8111. It's one of my favorite places. It is so good. If you haven't been here, you need to come. And if you have been here before, I already know you're going to come back, because this is not a place you can come one time and not be back. And of course, it's brought to you by Y&B, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC, and a proud sponsor for us to be here today at Georgia's Happy Hog. And we want to thank them for their sponsorship and for them to allow us to be here. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main bank at 401 Elm, downtown Yukon. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66th. YNB Mustang, which is off Mustang Road. And, of course, YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks, just south of I-40. Cannot miss, right there on the right south side of the street there. YNB Peoples on 23rd between Rockwell and McCarthy. You can't miss it. Anyway, love the place, love them, appreciate them sponsoring us to go out and promote minority women and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. Appreciate you guys over there. So last night, the Thunder got back on the winning track, mainly because our best player was there. We just are a different team with him than without him. There's just no question. For us to compete, Dort has to go 6 for 6 from 3, play out of his damn mind in order for us to even compete. But anyway, we got SGA back last night against the Hawks. Good game. I mean, overall, it was a pretty good performance by the team. I wasn't, overly blown away, but I liked what I saw. Some of the things I saw. Didn't like other things that I saw. And it has everything to do with, there's some sort of disconnect, and I don't understand what it is. I don't get what's happening, but something is happening with our team. It's becoming more and more evident that I think the Thunder are going to end up trading SGA. That is just, you're going to hear it here first from me. I think the Thunder are going to end up trading him and put all their hopes and dreams behind Chet Holmgren and Coach Daigneault. That's what I believe. I think they're going to pick Chet and the coach over SGA. They're going to get a ton more picks so he can have 30,000 and continue to tell the people that we're young and rebuilding. Instead of us, those who know the damn game, we're going to look at it like, okay, we had a really good team. We had an NBA first-team All-Star player, and you chose to keep us mediocre because the Oklahoma fan base is not that bright. And I don't want to say bright, I want to say uninformed. Because I was talking to some people last night at the game, and they were like, oh, yeah, well, we like him. He's great. I go, what do you like about him? What do you see? I said, this is the problem with Oklahoma City. and I've said this multiple times. I say it on my show on After the Storm. The problem with Oklahoma City is simple. Everybody outside of Oklahoma understands the best player we have is SGA. The Thunder think that our best player we have is Chet and the coach. And no other organization is going to pick the coach and a rookie over an all-NBA player because they know first-team all-NBA players don't come around very often. But yet the Thunder are going to do what they do, and they're going to sell the fan base on, oh, we're still young and we're still growing and we want to grow behind Chet and we want to be younger and he's going to have another 30 picks. It's like I think in 2026 or 2025 we have 7 second-round draft picks. 7. What do you 7 players? I mean, you already have the squad. What you're missing is shooters and an inside presence. We have one in J Will, and you play Chet more than him, and J Will should play more. You play Jang instead of Wiggins. But when you need some stops and you need somebody to do plays, you have SGA, Kaysen, either Dort or J-Dub, along with Wiggins and J Will. When you need stops and you need somebody to play, that's who you have. You don't have Jang out there, can't defend. But yet the Thunder, because they gave up 3 first-round picks to get Jang, they're going to double down on him. Just like he has to prove that Chet, we drafted him number 2 overall, and this is why we did it, and he's a generational player. No, he's not. No, he's not. Porzingis was supposed to be a generational player. No, he wasn't. Chet, generational player. No, he wasn't. The generational talent at 7 foot tall is in San Antonio. That's what generational looks like. It doesn't look like Porzingis, and it doesn't look like Chet. That's what a generational player looks like. They got another one. They've tanked 3 times. They got David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and now Chet. Unbelievable. But anyway, the Thunder took care of business. 126-117. Hawks 14 of 42. Oklahoma City 14 of 36. 37.3% for them from the field. Oklahoma City 47.4% from the field. 48 pips for them, 56 pips for us, points in the paint. 15 turnovers for them, 13 for us, which is about what we have to do to win. And I've said this before, 13, 14. 14 is about the max. 15 is on the outside, that you can possibly have to continue to win games. The Hawks outscored us 39-32, which is okay on the bench because you want to play your starters for the most part, which is kind of what the Thunder did. So overall, I'm really happy with what I saw, and this is what I've gained from the Thunder so far. 1, we beat the teams we're supposed to beat. 2, when it comes down to teams that the games are close and we need coaching, it's not going to happen. He's not going to make the correct plays. He's not going to make the correct lineups. That's number 2. That's not going to happen. And number 3, we still are exactly where we are, which is at the bottom of the top 10 and play in with the Thunder with this guy as a coach. Those are my thought processes of what I see thus far from the Thunder, because of the simple fact that I believe that, and like I said, when I was talking about Russell, everybody was on my case for years and years and years. I ended up being right. And I'm telling you, the more you open your eyes, the more you watch what's going on, you can see. Because once again, last night we're up to 20, and there was a timeout. Perfect opportunity to bring SGA in the game. But we see last week when SGA wasn't playing, boom, 8 minutes, here comes J-Dub. Boom, 8 minutes, here comes Dort. And then last night in the fourth quarter, you were bringing Dort in before SGA. Once again, this guy doesn't, whatever it is, the disconnect between he and SGA, whatever that is, I'm telling you, is spilling over into the locker room. My guy Drew Hinthorn of Husker Drew Picks, he noticed Chet, and SGA came and have a little flop, because at the end when Chet got that and one, SGA screaming, we got the rebound, bring it here, give me back out, bring the ball back out. Because we got the lead and the ball, why are you shooting? Bring the ball back out. Now what does that tell me? His IQ is not very high, number 1. Or number 2, he's about him scoring his points because he's trying to compete for Rookie of the Year with Wembanyama. And I'm sorry, he is not. He's not even on the same plane as Wembanyama. Not even saying. They're not even close. They're not even close. And everybody knows that. And when we play again, he's going to do the same thing he tried to do against Jokic. Go one-on-one and prove that he's on that level, and he's just not. He is a good player. That's what he is. And if we took Jabari, I think Jabari's a good player. The difference is he's more athletic and do more things than Chet can. That's the difference, and I think he's a better shooter than Chet is. Other than that, they're both basically the same player, okay? So I think if we were to take Jabari, which I wanted and everybody at Cat's Tavern when we were watching the draft wanted, and I'm going to tell you this, and I've said this multiple times, everybody at the bar, when they took Banchero, everybody jumped up and was cheering. And when they drafted Chet, there was complete silence in the bar. Complete silence in the bar. But once again, then you turn around and you go up, give up 3 draft picks to get Jane. So let's see, in that draft, you got Chet first, then you traded up 3 draft picks to get first-round picks to get Jane. Then you turn around and you drafted J-Dub and then J-Will. So those are the 4 guys you got. And of those 4 guys, who are the guys that are playing, who are any good? The last 2. Your first 2 high picks, neither one of them aren't giving you what you thought they were going to give you. To me, Chet is 12 to 14 points a game. He's now 6 rebounds. I thought he'd be 8 rebounds and 3 to 4 blocks. That's what he needs to be. But right now I see him trying to be a scorer, rebounding less, blocking shots less, and that's what I see. Okay, he's not a three-point shooter. He's not going to be a three-point shooter. Over time, he struggles. And you can see it when he does it. You watch Wembanyama shoot a 3, and you watch him shoot a 3. You watch Porzingis shoot a 3. Porzingis, beautiful form on his 3. Wembanyama, beautiful form on his 3. Chet struggles to shoot his 3. His form is not very good. Like my golf swing, it's a horrible form. Okay? So that's the way I look at it when I see what my eyes tell me. Not what I see in stats, but I look at what do my eyes tell me, what do my eyes say to me, and then I go by that because my eye test is never, ever wrong. So what are the Thunder options? Like I said right now, I'm going to hate this, but I think they're going to pick Chet and Coach Dagnott over SGA. This is what I believe. Chet, he's going to get more draft picks. He's going to sell the uninformed Oklahoma City fans on the fact that we're still growing, we're still young, we're just, we needed to make this move. It wasn't really working, blah, blah, blah. Chet has the more upside than SGA, so we're going to give up a first round. We're going to give up a first-team All-NBA guy for a guy who's never going to be an All-Star or who may get lucky enough, but probably, no. So you're giving up a first-team your first-team All-5 team since Westbrook left, and Westbrook wasn't really it. Kevin Durant was your perennial first-team All-Star. You gave him up instead of Durant. Same thing. History is going to repeat itself for the Thunder. You get a chance to go here, and once again, whatever reason, you bring it back down. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know what the real answer is, other than the fact that for whatever reason, we're going to have a beautiful, nice arena, which I'm going to love going to. I'm going to love the new arena. Okay? Cannot wait for it. And by the way, we got to vote for it on the 12th. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and throw that up there to remind everybody that they need to vote, because to me that's extremely important that everybody votes on the 12th. Where the hell is my Oklahoma City vote at? I know it should be in here somewhere. Where's my Thunder vote? Oh, it's under Thunder. It should be under Thunder votes. That's where it's at. It's under Thunder votes. Of course, I wouldn't have it where it needs to be. Okay, let me see. Sound is going in and out. Okay, I think that's because of where I'm at in the location I am. I think that's why it's going in and out. This is bad. I'm going to try to use what they have a long line. I try to tie into theirs, and mine is going through the internet. I mean, going through my oh God, what the hell is it called? It's going through my hotspot. Because when I use theirs, it tends to break because they have so many people and they're using their computer, they use their Wi-Fi here at Georgia's. But anyway, December 12th, vote yes for the Thunder. Cost is expected to be at least $900 million, which is about right. No new taxes if it can be avoided. The lease is going to be twice as long and $600 million with 3,000 jobs created annually, which is what I believe that the Thunder will generate by staying here in Oklahoma City. So that being said, Yeah, Randy. I know my sound is going in and out. I don't know what to do about that. Hey, what's going on, bro? Can you hear me, Nathan?
Hey, Carrie, yeah, Carolyn was asking that.
Yeah, it's going in and
Yeah, can
out.
you hear me?
Huh? Yeah, I hear you fine.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, no, I hear you good. What is-
Yeah, but it said I'm going in and out. That's what she said. Can you hear me
that's what they told
fine?
me too, but it's not noticeable here on the
Yeah, it's.
do what?
I think what it is I'm going through.
Okay, yeah.
That's what it's going through my iPhone, and that's why it's doing that. And Randy keeps saying. Randy just sent me a text too, and there's not. I mean, what I've got to do is I've got to get me a Wi-Fi thing. You know that I can do a separate. You know how you do the Wi-Fi box or whatever it is, or mobile hotspot thing separate. That's the only job is to do that because every time I'm here, it does the exact same thing. If I go through their Wi-Fi, it will disconnect me because they have so many people they're going through. You know what I'm saying, Nathan? So I go in and I use my mobile hotspot, and it's still just kind of
So,
that's something that I've got to work out, and I'll get it fixed. But right now, that's kind of the thing. So, but anyway, those were my takes from last night. I don't know if you heard what I was saying. Is that I just believe that the Thunder are going to end up trading SGA, and they're going to back Chet and the coach. And I think they're going to trade him and have a bunch of picks. And I think the Thunder are going to basically say, okay, we think there wasn't really working. It was kind of like not really going to flow. So we're going to think Chet is the more upside than SGA. And they're going to get him and get picks and make everybody else in the Eastern Conference somebody very happy. That's what I think.
why would we pick somebody that's already proven instead of somebody that looked like could be? I mean, that's just dumb, isn't it? Like, golly.
I just think the Thunder, because
Why
they're
would
not,
you pick somebody that's already first team NBA instead of somebody who maybe could one day be a player?
maybe an all-star. He's not going to be a first-team NBA player ever. He doesn't have that in his game.
Decent player, like you.
Yeah. I just think that the disconnect.
Oh yeah, because we need 4 or 5 more Usman James and coaches, don't we? I mean,
I agree, but what my point is, Nathan, is that one, you have the coach and SGA clearly don't. I mean, whatever. I mean, you're up 20. All of a sudden, you don't put SGA in the game. Perfect time at 8 minutes. But when SGA is not playing, you make sure that you stick J-Dub in the game at 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Then last night, you called Dort off the bench before you called SGA off the bench last night. So I'm saying he clearly can't coach or the best player. He's not an all-star coach. He can't do it. It's clear that he's not able to do it now. Whether Sam Presti's going to do something about that or not, that remains to be seen. My guess is he would rather keep Chet, keep the coach he has that's going to follow whatever they do, and then get rid of SGA and get however many picks that he gets in some trades. That's my guess.
So, me being a glutton for punishment, I constantly have some kind of sports radio on, whether it's, the guys you don't want to talk about or,
Well, I don't listen to them, so I wouldn't know. I don't listen to those guys.
Yeah, see, I'm glutton for punishment, so I take it all wrong.
I don't listen to people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. That's just dumb of me. I'm not wasting my time to listen. Okay, go ahead.
This is not weird. I promise this is not where you think it's going. I promise.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
I was listening to Mark Rogers today, and they were talking about the Thunder. So
I like Mark Rogers.
With me, with my attentiveness on this, I sent in a text, and I said, because they were talking about Chet and SGA, and I said, Presti obviously.
So wait a minute. So they saw the disconnect. Well, hold on. So they saw the disconnect last night with SGA and Chet. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying he saw something, or he just
on the last play.
Okay? Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
So I sent in a text to basically I'm paraphrasing here, but it was something like, if Presti can't see the disconnect between SGA and the coach, and the fact that Dagnall can't coach a star, SGA's gone in 18 months or less, and they read it on air.
Okay.
And they said, yeah, this guy's one of those tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists, and I was just like, really?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of that match.
I would have loved for Mark Rogers to say that to me, but I know damn well he wouldn't say that to my face, and he wouldn't call me that because I would explain to him exactly why and what I'm seeing, and then I would ask for him to go watch for himself, watch what I'm telling you to watch, and then you tell me if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong and you think I'm wrong and you can give me your argument to prove that what you think is better than what I'm saying and what I'm seeing, then I'll go with your point. But there's no way in hell he's gonna. He's just not gonna. You can't. You can't in all consciousness.
I think
Yeah, go ahead.
pretty down to earth, and I think Mark is usually a pretty down to earth.
Oh, I love Mark Rogers, dude. I love him.
Too.
I love Mark. I've known Mark a long, long time. I love Mark.
Yeah.
But the reason why he's saying that is
He's
because,
pretty good to look.
well, one, he's saying that because, A, he wants to be able to continue to keep in the good graces with the Thunder. That's number one. Okay? Because they have to toe the line. Jim Traber does not toe the line with the Thunder. That's why he's not invited to Jack nothing. Okay? You know, he doesn't. And if you cross them, you're out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's a fact. But all I can tell them, and I would tell Sam, I'll tell him Preston the same thing I'm saying to my face. I would ask him, bro, I don't get it. Clearly you see it. I know you're a very smart, intelligent basketball general manager. You take advantage of almost every deal that you need to make. You run all over these general managers and trades. Does he not? You know, Preston just runs all over.
Yeah,
so I'm going to give him that. But on the flip side of that, I'm like, bro, what are you not seeing? Now, you might have had a legitimate point about him, you know, at that time when we had no picks. And since that point, he has stockpiled picks after picks after picks. What was that, 2019, 18, 17, whatever that was? He stockpiled picks ever since.
I think it was when they traded for Melo, maybe.
Yeah. So whenever that was, we had hardly no picks, and he's been overly full since. But at my point, at some point, we have so many picks. At some point, when do you say, this is what it gets? And by the way, Mark, this is not no damn conspiracy theory, okay? These are facts. And open your eyes and watch for yourself, Mark Rogers. If anybody wants to tell him what I'm saying, please have him call me or I'll call him. And I'll say, look, open your damn eyes. Look for yourself. And everybody who's looked, and you were skeptical at first, well, you're not.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
You were, okay? Then once Randy's talking to you and I'm talking to you, you start watching, you're like, oh, wow. But if you don't know what to look for, how are you going to know? It's like the guy I was sitting to last night at the game. He was sitting there trying to give me his points, and I looked at him, I said, okay, I went boom, 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 boom. And he went, wow, I didn't think about that. I said, I understand that because Oklahoma City does not want informed fans because if the more the fans are informed, the more accountable you are. The less people are informed, the less accountable you are. That's how it works. So why would the Thunder want Oklahoma City fans to be knowledgeable and understand the inner workings of what's going on when they can keep them uninformed the way they are and tell them whatever and they'll believe it? It's like certain politicians. They tell you whatever they want to tell you, you believe them, and it's like, what are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? And that's what the Thunder with us. We're looking at them like, what are you talking about? Bro, what are you doing? And I agree with you. I think 18 months is a long time. I think he may stay to this year, but if it continues to get worse, remember, we're 6 games in. Or what are we, 7 games in, right? What are we, 7? 6 games in.
Yeah, 7 games.
7 games in, right? We're 7 games in, okay? So what is it going to be? You know what I'm saying? You got to make
I don't know, man.
I mean, it's only going to get worse from here. And I didn't even notice that Chet did that last night until Drew said something. I didn't notice it. I didn't notice that, you know, and like I said earlier, that says to me one of two things. One, you're not knowledgeable about the game and you don't understand. We just grabbed a rebound and we're upset. Pass the ball back out and let's burn another 30 seconds or 20 was 24 seconds. So another 15 seconds on a rebound with the shot clock. Let's burn another 15 seconds. Instead, he goes in there, and had he missed or not gotten the and one, then they're coming back the other way with a chance to be down in a one-possession game, to make it a one-possession game because of what he did. So it's either he doesn't have the basketball IQ or he is about keeping his stats up to go against Wembanyama. What are your takes on that?
Ain't happened. But I think you're right. But he's not going. Anybody who watches basketball and is halfway competent can see that Chet is nowhere near the player that we've been on.
Not even close.
I mean, not even close. Not even the same
but
atmosphere, man.
But you got to remember.
You're talking the difference between Michael Jordan and.
But you got to remember, he was supposed to be, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But remember, he was supposed to be.
Yeah, but he's not.
Well, now I understand that.
Supposed to be.
Because remember, it was Porzingis. Oh, this unicorn, this blah blah blah. No, he wasn't. Now Chet, they probably
here's the thing though, with Porzingis and Wembanyama, we saw him a lot, but we didn't see him up close. Maybe Presky and them did, but like around here, we didn't see him.
Right.
With Chet, we saw him in the tournament, and he got pushed around by Jalen Duren.
Yes.
I mean,
and Jay
put him on his rear.
Jay Will brutalized him when they played him in Arkansas. Brutalized him.
Yeah. So we all knew. I mean, I thought, well, maybe he puts on a little weight, he'll be okay, but he's not going to be Wembanyama. I mean, we all knew.
No, but that's what they said. He's got handles. He's this. He's that. I'm like, no. I saw him playing in the summer league. I'm like, whoa, this guy ain't got no handles. What are y'all talking about? He's getting picked, ripped. When he's dribbling up the court, I'm like, pass the damn ball. He does a couple behind the back passes. Great. That's great, Chet. Okay, that's cool. You are not special.
Yeah, Poku could do that too.
You're not special. What you're doing is normal. You ain't doing nothing that's, whoa, okay. But when you try to go one-on-one against, like he had, I think it was number one, I can't think of what his name. He had the ball at the top of the key, and he was trying to go one-on-one, and he passed it out. I'm like, thank you, because that boy, you were going to get ripped. He was going to pick your pocket. SGA barely can get around him. You going to try to get around him? No way. No way.
Dude, well, not to mention the fact that he got okeyed by Andre Drummond. Who does that? Andre Drummond couldn't okey-doke a post.
Yeah, he just brutalized him. Well, last night in the association, Golden State beat the Pistons. What a shock. The Spurs were smashed by the Pacers. Dude, I like the Pacers. I like their team. They are young and upcoming. They're athletic. They can run the floor. They can shoot the ball. I really, really like them a lot.
They got a couple guys. That I wish the Thunder would have tried to trade.
Well, we didn't take one. Remember, we could have, and we didn't. So.
Yeah.
We didn't take him.
Tyree Celebrant, man. I like him a lot.
He's a good player. He's a good player. Sixers 145.
Benedict Mathurin, he's a good player.
Yeah.
He's going to be pretty good, too.
Yeah. Well, I just like him. And I'm going to tell you the team that's surprising me other than them is the Sixers. Joel Embiid was, what was he, 45, 45,
48, 10. Yeah, it was 48 something and something.
Yeah, it was something. He had just a monster night. I mean, an absolute monster night. And it's almost like they said, okay, James, you're gone. But what did they do? They changed the head coach, and we like Doc Rivers, but we don't love Doc Rivers.
Nick Nurse is a good coach, though, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's a good coach. In the hot links. And that's it.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. I wish we had Nick Nurse. I mean, we had Nick Nurse. We'd be open.
Yeah, I like Nick Nurse a lot.
In a whole different direction.
Yep, I agree. The Mavs beat the Magic. The Mavs, one loss thus far this year. They're playing a lot better than what I thought they were going to be. I was completely wrong about how they made that work. The Clippers losing to the Knicks on James's first night. I don't really, whatever with that. I don't really care. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. I mean, it's first game. I mean, what do you really expect for them? For him to just, it's going to take them a while to figure out who's doing who gets the ball, who doesn't, whatever. It's going to take them a minute to figure it out. Don't you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Lakers.
Derek is looking pretty good down there, too.
Yeah, he is. Then, of course, the Lakers were beat by the Heat. LeBron taking the ball to, dribbling down to 9 seconds, dribbles, and then kicks out to Cam. The hell you doing? You're trying to say you'd rather have Cam Rising shoot than you? Or is it not Cam Rising? What's his name? Is it the Knicks traded for? Is it Cam Rising, right?
No. That's quarterback Utah.
Oh, yeah, right. What is his name? Oh my God, the
You're talking
Knicks.
about the guy that plays for Brooklyn, right?
No. He played for the Knicks, and the Lakers got him now. Anyway, LeBron goes to the basket and then passes to him. I'm just like, are you kidding me? And he shoots a three. It's like, wow, LeBron, you're down 1. But once again, the greatest of all time didn't want the ball to shoot the ball down the stretch. What a shot. He's not the greatest. I'm sorry. They can put up all the numbers you want. He ain't the greatest. Sorry. Not going for it. The Nets and the Bucks gave them everything they wanted. The Celtics and the T-Wolves 114-109. The T-Wolves, man, I tell you what, the Celtics wasn't expecting what they got. The T-Wolves are a nice squad. They scare me. Anthony Edwards, they can go off and beat you now. Whether they can do it 4 out of 7 times, that's the question. I don't know if they can put 4 complete games together. You know what I'm saying? But just one game, yeah, they can really give you some problems. Bulls and the Jazz, 120-112 over the Bulls. Took care of the Jazz. Cam Reddish. That's what I was talking about. He passed out to Reddish. I got the Cam right at least. But anyway, the Bulls beat the Jazz, and I think the Jazz on the road, they're one of those teams. They're kind of like us. They're young. They've got some talent. They're just trying to figure it out. Their coach is not bad. Kind of the same thing that they did with Dagnall. I think he's a good guy to build place up, but we'll see. Because he did have to replace Quinn Snyder. Good luck on that. The Rockets took care of business over the Kings by 25. 25. But, of course, that was in the Rocketsville, so that makes a huge Rocketsville. The Toyota Center is very nice, by the way. They're in Houston. Took my little man, took little G to a Rockets game before when James Harden was playing. And then, of course, the Thunder took care of business.
Be a fun.
Yeah, he had a good time.
Arena to go to.
Yeah, he had a good time. It's the seats are great. It's spacious, and you can see the court. The clock is big. It's real nice. That's why I'm saying I can't wait to see the new arena because it makes it a huge when it's built for basketball. Unlike the Thunder Arena, it's not built. Paycom is not built for basketball. It wasn't. But when you build an arena for basketball, you get to see the games, or the seats are bigger. You get to see more. It's a lot more comfortable, and it's better viewing when it's built for basketball. The Nuggets took care of the Pelicans, and that was a close game for a long time until it finally ended up the Nuggets took care of business at the end. But it was a close game, which I got to see full game highlights. And then, of course, in the standings now, the Nuggets 7-1, the Mavs 6-1, Golden State 6-2. The T-Wolves are now 4-2. Pelicans 4-2. Thunder are 3-3. Doesn't it seem like we should be 4-3?
4-3.
What, the Thunder?
We are 4-3.
Who are?
Yeah, we're 4-3. 4-3. Thunder.
Yeah.
You're cutting out, man. Sorry.
Yeah, we're 4-3. We should be 4-3, not 3-3. Right? We're 4-3. Yeah, we're 4-3.
We are 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3. I got that wrong. Anyway, we're in 6th place. Clippers 3-2. In 7th place, Rockets 3-3. Can you believe the Rockets are 3-3, 500? Unbelievable. Spurs 3-4. The Lakers 3-4. So that's where it's broken out right now in the division. So with that, we're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. Want to appreciate them for keeping us up and running and keeping us. Oh man! Now if I can get the little, now it's all of a sudden the little stuff. You know what I'm saying, Nathan? We're trying to grow, trying to add some stuff, and it's just the little stuff. It's just a pain in the butt now. Things that used to didn't bother us now are just messing up. It's just crazy. But anyway, those guys are going to get us up and running.
Yeah.
Appreciate Russell and Brandon for hooking us up. SRB, if you have any needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, contact my guy Mark Long over at SRB. Oak Grove Trucking and Jose Fierro, who's out there he's out there now delivering sand. I talked to him earlier. They got him out on the dump truck. He was out there bright and early this morning. Greg and Max Nafee. Yeah, go ahead. Were you saying something?
No, he's man. I just shout out to those guys, man, because they do the work that I'm too lazy to do. So they work hard.
I agree. And then Greg and Max Nafee of NAFCO, sponsoring is like they're always doing everything I do, sponsoring kids, and now the show. So thank you guys for that. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
the bank that makes things happen.
Yes, they do. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, and the reason why we are here at Georgia's Happy Hog doing the live stream here because they sponsor us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. So I want to thank Carolyn and Randy for their support. If you want to pre-qualify online you can at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into the main bank at 401 Elm. YNB East, which is off the Parkway in 66. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks, just south of I-40. You can't miss it. It's just right there. And YNB Peoples, they're in Bethany, Oklahoma, on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. Then, of course, DT Construction, if you have any needs for roofing. He's out there right now. That's the reason why he's not here. He's doing some concrete work out there today, so enjoying that. But if you have any needs for any of that work or painting inside and out, they can remodel your house. They can do all this stuff. Plus, they can come out and give you estimates. So contact my guy, Drew Hinthorn at DT Construction and Consulting, 405-209-4051, or you can email him at dtconstruction2015 at Outlook. That's dtconstruction2015 at Outlook. They are respectful, local, and loyal, which means he answers the damn phone if you call. That's what that basically means. And then, of course, our newest sponsor, Shelter Insurance, the Mark Pemberton Agency, 4609 Southeast 29th in Dale City, 405-670-2424. They're open Monday through Thursdays from 9 to 5, Fridays 9 to 1, closed on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, proudly serving the Mid-Dale area since 1982. 1982, that's what they've been doing since 82, serving the Dale City, Mid-Dale area. So, of course, now we got Big 12. We got a big weekend coming up this weekend, and you know it scares me for OSU this weekend, Nathan, because of the simple fact that that big win that you had against they had against OSU, against OU on Saturday. The letdown is there. You got to go on the road. You got to play a UCF team that should have beat OU, and then turn around and won last week. So now they're 2 games. They're playing really well towards this end of the season, which a lot of teams do get better at the end with good coaching. And now Oklahoma State goes in there, and Oklahoma State is minus 2.5 point favorites. But what do you think about that game?
I think it's going to be a tight game, but because the UCF's offense is, the tight as they look on paper, their offense is pretty good. Just ask OU's defense. But I still think OSU takes care of business.
Yeah, I agree. They should. The OSU should take care of business, but, man, it's football, and every time they're supposed to win, they lose, and they're supposed to lose, they win. But in the first game,
that's why they play the games, man.
That's why they play. Texas Tech at number 19, Kansas. Kansas minus 3.5 point favorites, over and under 60.5. 11 a.m. start. Boy, I hate those 11 a.m. games. They're so early, especially try to go watch them. It's like, man, you're up early. You got to leave early. You're like, it's a Saturday. I've had to get up every day for work this week. Now I got to get up early on a Saturday. What the heck? You got to turn around. No, you got to get up early on Sunday to go to church. So it's kind of hard. Baylor at K-State minus 20.5. Over and under 55. I think K-State will take care of business at home. Manhattan is a tough place to go get a W. West Virginia at number 17, OU. OU's only 12-point favorites. Do you think that's a lot, or you think that? What do you think about that line? Over under 58. It's 6 o'clock game though, at least in Norman, so that's a good thing.
West Virginia's not a bad team, man. Their offense is pretty good. What are they? They're better scoring offense than OU is. So.
Yeah, and I may go down to that game, Nathan. I may do that because we have the Special Olympics Saturday. So I may call my boy and say, hey, man, can I come to the game? And I'm not going to wear orange. I don't really need to because, everybody knows who the hell I am, Nathan. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I can go up there in the suites and hang out and people don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think anyways. Cincinnati versus Houston is minus 2. Houston's 2-point favorites over Cincinnati at home. Man, I wish I could go down there and hang out with my little dude. 6 p.m. FS1. It's number 7, Texas at TCU. The battle of the DFW area. Texas are minus 10-point favorites over under 53.5. 6:30 game on ABC. That ought to be interesting. And, of course, Iowa State at BYU. And when you look at the Big 12 standings, Texas sits atop at 5-1, 8-1 overall. Oklahoma State, 15th ranked, 5-1, 7-2 overall. And then, of course, Kansas, they're sliding in there. But you know what? Somebody was talking about what's OU's chances to get in. I said, one, they beat Texas, so they need Texas to lose, and they need us to lose, and they need Iowa State or Kansas to lose because, they lost to Kansas, they lost to Oklahoma State, but they beat Texas. So